Chicken pot pies were my favorite growing up. The little store-bought ones with the foil bottoms, but they never had enough meat in them, and the meat that they had in them tasted more like a mystery substance than chicken. So imagine making your own chicken pot pie. Now we're gonna take a few shortcuts. We'll get our chicken from a rotisserie chicken and use a refrigerated pie crust for our pastry part. But imagine making your own chicken pot pie with as much chicken as you want in it, with as many or as little vegetables as you want. So before you go throwing another frozen chicken pot pie in the oven, imagine how delicious a homemade one would taste. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button over here. That way you won't miss any of my uploads as they come out. We don't have a lot of prep work to do with the chicken pot pie. We do need our chicken, so we're taking a rotisserie chicken that we got from the store and we're gonna debone it. We're gonna take the meat off of it, and then once all the meat is off the chicken, we're gonna take a couple of forks and shred it apart. So we're gonna need 2.5 cups of shredded chicken meat. You can use white meat, dark meat, a little blend of both. It's your pie, it's your choice. Last little bit of prep work we have, we need 1/3 cup of onions chopped and 1/3 cup of celery chopped. Let's get cooking. We're taking our onions and our celery over to the stove and going to saute them in 3 tablespoons of butter. Celery and onions have about 30 seconds to go, so I'm dropping in my 1 clove of minced garlic. Garlic burns quick, so we don't want it in here long. All right, keep stirring it around, about 30 seconds worth. Then we're gonna start making our roux. Let's put in 1/3 of a cup flour. Mix it around really well. All right, with our flour, we're gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed, and 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. And we're gonna start whisking in 1 3/4 cup of chicken broth. And to prevent our cream from getting too clumpy, keep stirring with a whisk. We're gonna add in 1/2 cup of cream. So once the cream goes in, we're gonna stir until it starts to thicken. Once it starts to thicken, we'll go ahead and throw the chicken, peas, and carrots in. So we're ready for our 2.5 cups of shredded chicken to go in. Let's get that mixed around really well. All right, at this point we can take our filling off the heat as we mix in the chicken. Last thing we're gonna mix in is our 2 cups of frozen peas and carrots. All right, let's build a pie. We're putting one of our refrigerated pie crust in the bottom of a glass 9-inch baking dish. Then we're taking our pie filling and we're gonna fill it up. Our second pie crust is gonna go on top of it. So we want to fold together the bottom and the top pieces of pastry here just to get a good seal in the pie. All right, after we seal the pie together, we're going to take a fork and go around the edge and push the prongs down against the baking dish to make it look like a chicken pot pie. It also helps seal the pie together again. Now we're taking an egg wash, which is 1 egg, a couple of tablespoons of water, and a pinch of salt, beat it together. We're going to brush an egg wash on top of the pie. That's going to help give it a nice golden brown finish. All right, before we go in the oven, we're going to cut a little X on top so we can vent a little, so our pie can vent. So we're going into the preheated oven. It's 425 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Now about 20-25 minutes into baking, take a look at your pie, because the outside, the crust on the edges, it's going to start to brown a lot faster than the center part. So we're going to put a pie guard, a crust guard on it with some foil, all right? So into the oven, 425, 30 to 40 minutes, but we're going to take a peek at it about 25 minutes into baking. After 20 minutes of baking, check the crust. The outside is going to start browning a lot quicker than the center of the pie. If you have a pie shield, put it on. If not, you can make one out of tinfoil. Just line the sides of the pie with tinfoil. And continue baking for another 10 to 20 minutes. With very little effort, we just made our own chicken pot pie. And the best thing is we can customize it the way we like. If you want more meat, put more meat in it. You want more dark meat, put more dark meat in it. You want less veggies? You want no veggies? Leave them out. It's your pot pie. If you liked the video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button over here. If you're looking for more comfort food recipes, I've got a great playlist over here for you to watch. I'll see you guys next time.